So I've been thinking I should do another redraw. I do a lot of them, mostly for fun, but I really was feeling the vibes of a picture I found on Instagram. And you'll have to ignore any background noise. There's a dog snoring next to me because she decided this was the perfect time to sleep. But anyways, I picked this one. This one's back from 2017. It's old. And the reason why I picked this one is just look at it. It's ugly. I was proud of it at the time. I was trying to draw semi-realistically because I felt that that was the grown-up style. However, when I look at it now with a better view on art and a better handle on everything, you can see right here, that, and here, and here, and I don't know where that dragon's nose or head shape is. In fact, I actually went over the dragon's head and tried to map out what I thought it looked like, and yeah, it doesn't make sense. So obviously, when I first redrew this, I knew for a fact that the dragon was getting a glow up. This actually was based off of a D&D character from middle school, like 2011, 2012, 2013-ish, and I stopped playing it for personal reasons. We just kind of got bored, but I really liked her. She was a rogue, of course. First time playing D&D, this is what's gonna happen. A rogue elf, and her name was Crystal, because I was very, very unoriginal, and obviously I'm gonna go with the first name that pops into my head. I think Sam took the name I wanted. I wanted to name her Amethyst, and this was before Steven Universe, or at least before we knew about Steven Universe. And Sam took that name, like, nope, I'm gonna name her Amethyst. And I was like, but I won't be named that. It's a pretty name. But yeah, she's an elf. She has huge ears in the original drawing. And it's unreasonable. Like, flat out, this is really unreasonable. But what I decided to do was change it up. So the pose kind of felt awkward. Yes, she's missing two middle fingers in the original drawing. That's just something I added to her after we played our campaign for no reason, really. I just wanted to. And I think I was watching a lot of Assassin's Creed, and they would like chop off their index finger for the blade. The three. And so I decided to do that, but with two middle fingers, because why not? And I ended up using colored pencils and just normal pencils because I was on the bus to France. No, I was on the bus to Rome during the summer of 2017 because it was one of the funnest things I've ever done, and I needed something while we were on our bus rides between countries. And I drew this. Obviously, I could have spent my time much better. To kind of explain to people who don't understand why it looks bad, I'm gonna explain. The face proportions are really weird. I've mapped out the face for the elf right here. As you can see, her jaw in the original drawing is way too long, and it ends weird. Usually where your jaw ends, your ear begins, and I feel like, well, where the jaw ends, yeah, the ear begins. And I feel like I had a grip on that, but I had no idea where the jaw ended. So she's got some weird neck placement. Her nose is flat, and sometimes people have flat noses, but the way I drew it, I knew I wanted her to have a perky, just normal scene nose in most drawings that I made. However, didn't know what I was doing. And also her eye is too far back. Where your nostril ends, your eye usually begins. And her mouth, her lips look real weird. I still struggle with lips, I'll be honest. Mouth in general, lips, I only can draw teeth. So there's that. the dragon got a whole overhaul, and the pose was updated. The reason I updated the pose was because I had no idea how this head worked, and I thought it would make way more sense just to scrap that dragon and fix it. I also updated their drawings. The original one, she kind of just looks like gender-bent Peter Pan, and the current one still looks like gender-bent Peter Pan, but I feel like it went more roguish to try and get that feeling. In the end, the dragon got a big update. Looks more like a dragon. I need to practice drawing dragons. I don't draw a lot of dragons. I don't draw much other than people nowadays. I just like drawing humans. They're just so fun, I guess. Characters are fun to draw, so I never really had a reason to draw dragons. But in the end, I think this dragon looks cooler, also has a defined head shape that makes sense. Also gave it a little flap at the back of its mouth, and if you're wondering why, it is because I used to watch documentaries about dragons, and people theorized to make dragons work, what you would have to do is they would have to have some kind of flap to distinguish oxygen versus fire breathing. And so I wanted to kind of throw that in there in some kind of like, look, there's something different about this lizard. It's not weird that it's bigger than the main character of the piece. And also I added a circle in the background because I had no idea what to do with the background. Backgrounds are hard. I'm tired still from art fight. I burned myself out a bit, so we've been recuperating with some just stupid doodles and breaks and naps. Love naps. And as like an update for my life, I will be moving again soon. So hopefully in October we will have everything set up for an office and my audio will get better because I will not be in a full house all the time. I will be free to do what I want without having screeching from Sam or anyone else in the background, and I also won't be living by a train. But yeah, honestly, in the end, I think it turned out really cute. Obviously, I could do better in the future. I'll probably come back for some reason and be like, oh, this garbage is worse than the first one. Since we are all our biggest critics. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay hydrated.